She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset, blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my memories on a leash. I know they tend to get a little bit away from me. I keep that photo in my wallet from 2018. I keep your body on my brain almost permanently. She said, can you take me to the moon? I got a reservation down for two. Nobody does it better. I don't think I'll ever find somebody better than you. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. So let's try to keep this tempo. We got love on every level. Even though I drive you crazy, I'm so glad that you're my baby. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset, blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my memories on a leash. I know they tend to get a little bit away from me. I keep that photo in my wallet from 2018. I keep your body on my brain almost permanently. She said, can you take me to the moon? I got a reservation down for two. Nobody does it better. I don't think I'll ever find somebody better than you. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. So let's try to keep this tempo. We got love on every level. Even though I drive you crazy, I'm so glad that you're my baby. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset, blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my memories on a leash. I know they tend to get a little bit away from me. I keep that photo in my wallet from 2018. I keep your body on my brain almost permanently. She said, can you take me to the moon? I got a reservation down for two. Nobody does it better. I don't think I'll ever find somebody better than you. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. So let's try to keep this tempo. We got love on every level. Even though I drive you crazy, I'm so glad that you're my baby. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset. Blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my memories on a leash. I know they tend to get a little bit away from me. I keep that photo in my wallet from 2018. I keep your body on my brain almost permanently. She said, can you take me to the moon? I got a reservation down for two.
What's up, y'all?
Hello.
It's Memorial Day.
Yes, and everybody's off today. I already would have been off, so
I know,
it
right?
doesn't really. I mean, I still get paid for it.
Yeah.
I get overtime
Today?
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
I like
get
that.
overtime, so it's cool. Usually, like around this time, in the past, I've had to like have somebody cover my shift or leave work early or leave the festivities early to have to go to work. And if I didn't go to work, I wasn't getting paid for it. So it's nice to be in this space where I get to chill at home. Actually, we're not going to be chilling at home.
We're going to the beach.
Plans, right?
Yeah, we do have plans. We definitely have plans.
But get to be off and get to be paid for it, and also get overtime for it today. So,
but before we get into it, Beautiful's going to introduce us because we didn't do our introduction.
Oh yeah, because we're already okay. My bad.
And sorry about the background noise. Good Lord, y'all know I don't edit, so y'all gonna hear this plane flying past. So okay, go ahead.
All right. So welcome to those who have not joined us before.
And welcome back to those who have.
Yes, I am Beautiful with 3 L's.
And I'm Ace.
And we are
Together real bad. Real bad. What's up, Keisha Love on YouTube? She said, come on, OT. I know that's right. I know that's
ain't
right.
Nothing like some OT.
I don't know anything about OT, but I'll take it. All right, before we get too far into it, let me do my social media spiel. You can find us on TikTok, and that is at together.real.badpod. Same thing on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube, together.real.badpod. And then if you want to drop us a line like Diana Flood did, which we are very grateful for, you can hit us at the number together. It's together real bad. So the number 2 and then gather real bad at gmail.com. Yes. Shout out also to Diana. She bought us a coffee, which is like $5. And we appreciate her for that. Like super dope. And she also like wrote us a letter, which it makes me say like, dang, like we doing this, people give a damn, and like we're doing it for a reason. It was a super, super dope letter.
It was nice. It was nice to read. It was very confirming.
Yeah, that I actually want to read if I can find it.
Really?
Yeah, I want to read it real quick.
I guess.
Okay, real quick. Diana Flood, shout out to you. Okay, I hope this email finds you well. Je t'en prie. That's, I don't know nothing about je t'en prie for the email and coffee. It seems to be French. Hey, what's the barista's favorite exercise? The French press? Just a little joke. I couldn't help but notice how your Together Real Bad podcast team, laughter is my new favorite song. I find myself wanting to hit replay all day long. I agree. Podcasting can be thankless work. Expectantly, the community will seize the opportunity to engage in ways such as YouTube, subscriptions, yada, 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 yada. You gave me endless hours of enjoyment, so relevant, innovation, and applicable. Commenting and sharing has become my voice in this virtual world. Also, I admire your team for successfully collaborating to foster energy for a creative, positive impact. Let's see, this is actually, I think, hold on, there was I didn't finish that one, y'all, but there was actually the very first one that I wanted to read to you, if I can find it. If not, we're gonna move along. I don't think I can find it, but basically it said, you are appreciated for what you're doing. Like, you gave me a full day of laughs, because she basically binged the podcast the entire day, and was commenting and sharing and talking it up. So we are just very appreciative of that. So appreciate it.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to Diana Flood. I think she's from Charlotte. Did she tell me Charlotte? I can't remember what she said. Okay, moving along. Discord. We're going to have a Discord very, very soon that we've been working on. So this will be an opportunity for people to like commune with each other, people to commune with us. And then we can like answer far more questions than we can like on a TikTok, or than we can individually, because they'll be there and we can go to them and see them and then answer them when we can. So be on the lookout for that. That's coming soon. If you're not familiar with Discord, it's basically, people know it as like a gaming platform where people can build a community around that, but we're going to use it in terms of a podcast basically. And so we will let you know when that is available. So hopefully you guys can take advantage of that. And we did a TikTok last night, which was fun.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, we did a TikTok live last night, which was fun. We got to meet a lot of people. Everybody was super supportive.
Yes.
Everybody was nice. You know, sometimes you get people trying to troll you. Everybody had genuine interest in hearing what we had to say, questions and everything. So we appreciate y'all for joining us on the TikTok live. We're going to try and go live on TikTok every Sunday around 7-ish. If we can stay to that schedule, then we'll make it like official, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then typically for Memorial Day, typically we will go live Monday nights around 7 as well, meaning live to record our next episode. However, since today is Memorial Day, we got other shit to do.
All right.
So
we wanted to hurry up and get it out the way so we can enjoy the festivities.
Yes. And not like get it out the way like,
like this is a job.
Yeah, because it's not. This shit is fun.
It's fun.
For sure. But we just wanted to be able to enjoy our evening. So, but it'll still be on all the podcast platforms tomorrow morning. So don't worry about that. Memorial Day. What are we doing today?
So we're going to the beach here in Chicago. The weather is not really nice right now.
It's
but
okay.
We're like, the high is supposed to be what, 70?
Like 71.
71.
Which is like, ugh.
And on the lake, it tends to be a little bit more chilly.
Yeah, it's going to be chillier.
Yeah, so we're going to be bringing blankets and stuff. I wish somebody would bring like a fire pit, which would be super dope. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we're going to go to the beach, have a little barbecue. Mm-hmm. I say a little barbecue. It's going to be big. Because there's a lot of people in Chicago that come out to, commune together. Different DJs have different sets. Mm-hmm. It's just a big party on the beach. Right. Really, really good time. So we're going to be out there pretty much all day. So we have some prepping to do. I just put our mini grill together. Jello shots are made.
Yep.
We're putting like seasoning and marinating the meat, all
Yep.
that kind of stuff. So it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I think it will be for sure. Real quick for you, those of you, because we're live on TikTok right now as well. For those of you who just joined our live TikTok, good morning, Madison. We're actually live on YouTube. You can ask questions on YouTube. I can see them. I will answer them as the best I can. So head on over to YouTube, which is together.real.badpod. And I can actually see the questions on YouTube. It's a little hard for us to see on TikTok right now. So that's Memorial Day.
Yeah.
We're gonna be out and about amongst people. Grill master for us, because I'm not grill mastering for anybody else.
Right. If you're in Chicago, come say hi. We'll be around.
Yeah, we'll be at the beach.
Yeah.
Come find us. Flag football. I played flag football for the first time in a little while on Tuesday, and I enjoyed it. We won one, lost one. I had a conversion, which was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my baby. Go, baby.
And Stephanie was standing next to you. And she was like, that girl is tall. I'm like, no, yeah, but no. Like 5'10" that's not average height, but it's average to me. So I don't know. What else? Oh, so 1-1, lost one. It's sevens co-ed, which is fun to me.
It wasn't sevens co-ed. It was fives co-ed.
Oh, it was only fives?
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't five?
No.
We do sevens on
It was definitely
Sundays.
not fives. It was definitely not fives. It was three girls out there at once. Maybe it was fives.
It was fives because we do sevens on Sundays.
Why? But they don't have sevens. I'm lying, y'all. Okay. I did fives co-eds on Sunday.
Lord, she just out there running
I just be
around.
out there playing, y'all. I just be out there playing. I don't
Hey,
really
Chicago,
care.
okay.
I really don't. It don't matter. So that was fun. Your games yesterday.
I didn't have any games yesterday.
Because it's Chicago.
Oh, yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Talking about yesterday. So normally I would have a game on Sunday, but we got rained out, and I was thankful because I told my team I am not playing in the rain or the snow or the cold. So they can expect for me not to be in attendance.
And you are dead ass serious about that.
I'm for real serious. Because my finger is like, I don't know if it's a thing, but I'm allergic to the cold. So like when my fingers get really cold, they get super red and itchy. I'm not light skinned, so when my hands get red, there's a problem there. Like they probably about to fall off. So I'd rather not be uncomfortable. So I don't play. And guys showed up right on time because when I was about to leave out just to go and support, I was going to have my stuff in my bag just in case.
And they were going to get you to come and do it too. They were going to be like, come on, Cam, stop playing. Put your stuff on. Because I already know. And you would have been like, okay.
But
yes.
She's on time. Yes, he is. As soon as I was about to brush my teeth and get out the house, games were canceled.
Yeah.
So it was a blessing.
A little blessing.
We play football. I got next. Yes, we play football.
Yep.
Thanks, Chicago K, for answering that.
Yeah, we got moderators. I love it, y'all. Appreciate it. For those of you with audio only, again, we're on TikTok, so you may hear us kind of
shouting some people out.
Yeah, shouting some people out. Trying a new little format here. Trying to get everybody involved. Date night diaries.
Yes, date night diaries. So this segment, we talk about a recent date or a date in the past that we want to highlight. For this date night diaries, we want to talk about a date that we went on yesterday, actually. So we went to this place called Chemistry in Chicago. We've heard mixed reviews. Well, I've heard mixed reviews. She's actually been before, but this was my first time. It is Black owned. It is located in Hyde Park. What would you consider it a steakhouse?
No.
And that's the problem. We don't know. We don't know exactly what category to put this restaurant under. Because and I say that because they're expensive, like a steakhouse, should and would be in the downtown area. But it's like they don't specialize in anything specific.
Yeah,
which is fine because I'm sure they're finding great success. But me being in the restaurant industry, I've become very critical of certain things, and I understand that about myself. And so sometimes I have to take a step back and just enjoy the moment. Is that a word? But yeah, so chemistry. We'll start with ambience. So I think the concept of chemistry is exactly what it sounds like in both ways. So if you think in science, yes. If you're thinking chemistry between two people, you are also correct. Yes. Because when you come in, they have some cards on the table, similar to like what we talked about in a previous podcast, where there are questions trying to get to know the person that you're with. Right. So they have those on the table. So that's the chemistry part of like between two people. Now the science chemistry, they put a glass on the table with some dry ice in it, and then they put some type of liquid, and I'm assuming it might be water. Yeah. Towards the end of our dining experience, I've kind of chalked it up to them signaling like when the dry ice has all evaporated, right? Your 90 minutes is up. And I felt like that's what it was. Like, well, you kind of I pointed that out. Like, okay, time to get your ass up. Yeah. So that could be a thing. I thought it was kind of wasteful because I've used to have to order dry ice, and it is not cheap. I mean, I guess if it's an experience, okay, I get it, because it's cool. I've never been to a restaurant that's done that before. So I mean, having that done at the table and then like, you know, seeing it like waft across us could have been also a good like picture opportunity as well. I think that's what a lot of people do like come there for. It's for that. Right. But you know, I've worked at other restaurants where we had them in like signature drinks. Yeah. And not just like on the table, just for like the wow factor. Right. Because they're not paying for that dry ice. Now, if you put it in a glass in a cocktail, that cost is already in. Yeah. The cost of the dry ice is within the cost of the drink. So they're kind of paying for that. So it makes sense. That's why I was like, I don't really know. Yeah. But with these cards, like you can ask these questions to get to know your partner, whoever you're with, except for you can't hear them because the music is really way too loud. Way too loud. Yeah. I've never been, it's like, I think it's a couple of things. It's a situation where I think they're trying to cater honestly to the Black community, which I get, right? And so we're loud. We just do loud shit. And so I feel like that's part of it. And the other part of it is, I don't know if they have thought about like, hey, if this is loud, we can't ask these questions. And if this is loud, people can't get to know each other. So first and foremost, even though we went on our first date was like our first date that wasn't a date was going to eat. I don't really like that as a first date because like you don't know each other. You want to talk, but then you're trying to eat and chew and you can't. And I don't know. I don't know. Chicago KB says it seems like it's more of a social media than the actual experience, but I've never been. I feel like it is too. A lot of since social media is so heavy now, right? Yeah. A lot of people want those picturesque moments, right? And it's all about what can go viral on social media. So yes, I definitely feel that. It's definitely it's about, like you said, it's the moment and not the experience. So yeah, I don't know if that's problematic or not. It just depends. Like I said, they seem to be doing well for themselves because they're still open. Right. And they've been open for a number of years now. So that was ambiance. Sincerely, Leha. Like it wasn't thought out properly. The concept is cool though. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. She said everything seems very disjointed with chemistry. So yeah. Agreed. So that was ambiance. We can talk about food. The only thing. Okay, so we ordered the cowboy steak, the garlic parmesan truffle fries, and the crispy Brussels sprouts. I also ordered I want to say it was the Hyde Parker. It was a Douce cocktail. Which, because they didn't have what you originally wanted. Yeah. Which was? No. I ordered that drink. They just did it with a different flavor. It was supposed to be passion fruit, but I got it with mango. Like I said, they didn't have what you originally wanted. I don't care what it was. They didn't have it. Wait, was it on the menu?
Like that's how it's supposed to be on the menu,
They
as
just,
passion fruit.
With passion fruit, they just switched out the
That's a
mango.
problem.
So, I mean, it's fine because I like mango too. My problem with the drink, first of all, it tastes great to me because I like sweet drinks. I did taste the spirit in it. Do say it's a cognac. The problem to me, which is another thing of like cohesiveness within the drink. So the drink came in a snifter. A snifter, if you don't know, has like a smaller mouth hole, and it's used for like sipping on drinks. So drinks served up or straight. And so that was the vessel. The drink itself was orange. So because of the mango flavoring that they put in it.
Yeah.
Then on the rim, they had a blue sugar rim. And then they had a orchid flower was it an orchid? I forget what they're called, what kind of flower it is, but that was
edible flower.
It was an edible flower for the garnish.
Yeah.
Now this edible flower, I'm sorry. And then there was also dry ice. So we got the flower was purple. So the flower is purple and white, the blue sugar rim, and the orange cocktail in a snifter. So part of the reason why I didn't really like the drink, it wasn't the taste, it was the presentation and the hecticness of trying to drink it. It was like having to take the tails off my shrimp,
which
in a
is
pasta dish.
No, I hate that.
Like, I don't want to have to fight with my food. I also don't want to have to fight with my drinks. So
yeah.
I had to remove the flour to actually enjoy my drink.
Right.
But even just the look of it just seemed like there was some type of disconnect. And then, of course, the dry ice, which is a cute effect always.
Yeah.
In a cocktail.
Yeah. Sincerely, Leia says, some Black businesses tend to want to give the people everything. Sometimes less is okay. Facts.
Yes. Less is more. Especially, I mean, okay, so we're talking about food and drinks, right? So let's move on to the food. The cowboy steak is a 22-ounce steak. What cut was it? Was it bone-in rib? No.
I don't know.
T-bone?
I have no clue. I don't know.
Either way,
it's called cowboy steak. I don't know what cut it is.
Okay,
but it better have been a good cut for what we paid for it.
The steak was $74. It came with a side table presentation.
Yeah.
Where they melt the butter. They torch some rosemary on top of the steak. They cut the steak in front of you and plate it as well.
Right.
With some shallots and carrots. The steak was a 10 out of 10. We got a medium rare, as you should get steak.
Period.
And we really enjoyed that.
Yep.
The crispy Brussels sprouts were also pretty good. They were sweet. I did taste some bacon flavor in there. But I would give that. What would you give that?
I would give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
Yeah.
All right. And then the garlic parmesan truffle fries. Now Alfredo. It was Alfredo.
Truffle fries.
Yeah. Alfredo parmesan truffle fries or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Either way, they were also very tasty. My only thing is I would ask for the potatoes to be fried harder. Because the texture, a soggy potato, bro. The texture would have been a nice addition to the different flavors that was going on. So that was drinks, food, ambiance, and overall experience.
We gave it like a what?
We gave it a 3 out of 5,
or a 7 out of 10,
or
basically.
a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean it was cool, but it's nothing that's like bringing me back. Like we're gonna go back.
Even though you've been back, but we went back because of me. Yes, because I wanted to go.
Yeah, I didn't have to go back. But I mean, we don't like to throw shade, so check it out.
Yes, like I said, the food was good. Just coming from a hospitality perspective and working at fine dining restaurants, at places who sell $80, $90 steaks,
right? And
the things that they offer versus what we have on the South Side, which they're doing their thing. Like they're doing, they're successful in what they do because they're still open, and I pray that they stay open.
Yes, I do, for sure.
It's just some things that there was a little bit of a disconnect, and it kind of confused me.
Right.
Like when we go to restaurants and stuff, I like to see their signature cocktail list, which again, their menu was very chaotic. It was it was weird. It was
Yeah,
like
it was a little
oddly
bit
put
all over the
together.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, put together. But again, we can only speak to the food that we had. We can only speak to the drinks that we had and the experiences that we experienced.
Right.
Another thing that was odd to me, like on it was people's birthdays. They came out with a sign and sparklers on a dessert, like it was bottle service.
Yeah, that
And
was
so that was odd to me. It was very cringy because if I worked there, I would absolutely refuse to go to the table
with the
every single
sign
time.
and the sparklers and I get it. It's like,
But
again,
people like it.
People like it. That's what
People
I'm
like
saying.
it.
It's a moment. It's a moment that you can capture to put on social media.
Right. But if you were at RPM,
They wouldn't do that.
you would not get a sign and people saying, "Hey, hey," next to your $74 next to your $74 steak that you're eating.
Yeah, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that ice cream like with the candle or whatever, and they gonna happy birthday and slide it on your table, and they gonna move around.
Right, because I mean, people, you had a whole restaurant to run. Don't nobody have time for like 5 servers to get together to say, hey, over some ice cream that's melting now because the sparkler that you have right next to it.
Right. Yeah, KB the club. Marge J also said she recently just found out how good the food was in Chicago. Girl, you missing out. You missing out. She said, "Lord, I love us for real, so extra." Yeah, we're real extra sincerely, real
but
extra.
Again, we like for people to have their own experience. But that was our date night diaries.
So let us know. Let us know if you go to chemistry. Let us know what you think. Send us an email. We definitely want to hear. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't, it could have been better for sure.
Yeah.
So getting into our topic for today, which is,
what's the topic? What's the name of it again?
Breakup Blueprint.
Okay, because we were going through different titles, and at first we couldn't, figure one out. Okay, Breakup Blueprint. Hey, say that 3 times in
fast.
a row.
I'm not even going to, because I can't even read well.
Breakup Blueprint.
It was bad.
I did it.
So Breakup Blueprint. So we're going to discuss how we knew that in our each individual kind of previous relationships, how we knew it was time to let that relationship go.
Yeah. We talk a lot on this podcast about moving from bad relationship to good relationship, and what, the things that we did or we noticed about ourselves that we could change to make the next relationship better.
Right.
But we haven't talked yet about what made us move on from those bad relationships. Like, what was the last straw? What was the straw that broke the camel's back for us?
Yeah. Okay. So let's just talk about the red flags before we discuss that, because y'all know I like to get to everybody. Put Dawn and Hyde Park on your list. That's my next place.
Yes.
Okay, Chicago KB, we got it. Dawn.
Yes.
We're going to try and head over
Dawn.
there. You heard it was good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We got you, Chicago KB. We got you. Okay. So let's talk about some of the red flags that I feel like, for me, they started showing up in year 2. There was some like extra want to drink at odd hours. So let me back up so that we know what we're talking about. So for me, it was the biggest problems were the arguing and the addiction, right? That my previous partner had. And so some of the red flags for that I saw were like drinking at odd hours, right? Like wanting to, it'd be 11:30, 12 o'clock in the morning, and like she's pouring a drink. And I'm like, it's kind of early. Like I don't want to be intrusive, because some people, I guess that's okay and they can do that. I don't understand it or get it unless you're on vacation. And so I didn't really want to be intrusive. And I would just say something like, hey, it's kind of early to drink. Or she's like, oh no, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay, cool. I get it. No problem. Then that progressed into like, I started seeing like an obsession with keeping liquor bottles. I guess that's a black thing. Is that a black thing? Keeping liquor bottles? People in my, like when I grew up
in college, when I kept liquor bottles and put them on top of the cabinet.
Or on top of stuff. Yeah. I I don't get it, but okay. I know people used to keep the Crown Royal bags.
Yeah.
That was like a thing.
I used to keep my lippies in my Crown Royal bags.
Okay. But you don't keep that any longer though, right?
No, I've grown up.
Okay, period. Okay. So it was like keeping liquor bottles. It was like, oh, don't throw that liquor away. Like this kind of obsession with liquor. And it goes deeper than that because I realized a lot of people keep liquor bottles. And I also realized that a lot of people, they like their Crown Royal bags and you won't catch them throwing, liquor away. But it just got to like, I would find like little small shooter bottles all over the place. Or I would find like, she had this like tampon, this thing that looked like a tampon, but you could put alcohol in it.
Like, for like concerts.
Yes.
Or like
and then
like
I noticed that anytime we went out, she would immediately have to go to the bathroom. Well, she was going to the bathroom to have a drink. Like, yes.
Really?
Yeah. She would have the liquor bottle in her bag. I started seeing them and noticing them. And she would have the liquor bottle in her bag. And then she would like get up from the table, probably go smash it, and then come back and like, I would smell the alcohol. And so those were red flags. But I'm and I've said this, I'm disloyal to like a fault. And so when I started seeing those, I was kind of just ignoring them. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's just her way. It's whatever. But it just got worse. Like the drinking got worse. It got to the point where like I wasn't looking for these, but I would go to her car to get something. I would see huge bottles of Crown Royal just like underneath the seat. I would see like shooter bottles all over the place. Or like when we would go on vacation, it was like we had to like sneak liquor on board. Like all of these things that I just started noticing got more and more prevalent, and they started to really impact our relationship. And then the same thing happened like with the gambling, right? It was, we would go for, like an hour, because I like to gamble, and it's not like I gamble a whole lot. Just a little bit. I'll take my little $80 and then, that's it. And so it got to the point where there was an obsession with trying to get the perks or the rewards. It got to a point where she was going like after work every day. There were just all these things where gambling and drinking started to take the place of like time in our relationship, right? And she would start to say things like, "Oh, you're boring. That's why I don't come home after work. Like I'm bored. I need something to do." And I'm just like, why does everything have to be like so? Why does it have to be like, what's the word, like extra, or everything's got to be energetic, or why we just can't be bored together? It's basically like my point. And it was, for me, it was I'm always like how I am with you. What are we going to do? What do you want to do? Let's do something. I'm always like that. But she wasn't interested in those things. It was like drink, gamble, and party. So those were the red flags that I saw in my past relationship, which kind of like led me down the path of considering like, is this like what I want? Is this worth it? Like, what should I be? What should I do? Kind of thing. I love her. I'm loyal. I want to make it work. Like, how can I fix it? Can I fix it? So those were the red flags that I saw that kind of led me to my last breakup.
So you ignored the red flags for a while because you wanted to fix it.
I wanted
to fix her.
Yes, I did. I wanted to fix her. I cannot lie in that. I wanted to fix her. I wanted to help her fix her. I wanted her to seek therapy. I wanted her to mend relationships with her family. Like I wanted all that for her, but I can't just want that like other people. Like she had to want it, Yeah. How about you?
I feel like my red flags were maybe a little bit more like superficial, more material based. And I think that's because I had a certain type of way that I wanted to be like taken care of, because I feel like I give a lot in a relationship and I want the same in return, like the reciprocity.
Yeah.
So it would be like me having to repeat myself about like letting you know, like, hey, I don't want to sit in the house every time we hang out. I want you to take me out. Like I want you to plan a date. And I think that's why it's so important for us that we date a lot, because I like doing that.
Yeah.
And so in other relationships, I wasn't getting that. Like And part of the reason was like maybe they didn't have like the money. Okay. And then
But you can get creative though. It doesn't have to be let's go and have $150 meal or $150 experience, does it?
facts.
For you?
No.
Okay. I was just
no.
checking.
Like
And
just,
if it is, it's okay. I just wanted to check and make sure that they had other options.
right. No,
Yeah.
just plan something. Like it could have been like, for example, like a drive-in. Like
Yeah. That's cost effective for
Yeah.
sure.
Or like a picnic on the beach or what, I don't know. Just plan Google it. Like be willing to do something like that.
Right.
And a lot of people weren't. And I say money being a factor because I also like gifts.
Yeah.
And if you aren't willing to, you know, try to make me happy in those ways,
Right.
then what am I doing?
What do you say to people that'd be like, oh, you just want somebody to spend money on you. You just want gifts and you want to be taken out to nice places. Like, what do you say to that if people were kind of judging you about it?
Oh, I would have them take a love language quiz. Because that's super important. When you're in a relationship, people receive and give off love in different ways.
Right.
Our love language is quality time and physical touch.
Right.
Whereas like other parts of the love language categories like fall underneath that. But I'm all like, those are my top two, but I require all of them. Like I need the words of affirmation. I need the receiving gifts. You know, I need the physical touch. I need the quality time. And what's the other one? Acts of service.
Yes.
And acts of service. I need all of those things. It's just that quality time and physical touch are my top two.
Top ones, yeah.
But I also give off love that way. So any way that you receive love, I'm gonna give that to you.
Right.
Like for you, like what's that one day that I bought you flowers?
Oh, it was like a couple days ago. It was like 5 days ago. Yeah.
She'll never get flowers.
I've never gotten flowers.
She's never gotten flowers.
No.
And we were having a conversation about flowers like the day before and as to why I don't like flowers for real. But she was like, yeah, nobody's ever bought me flowers. Like I don't know, you know, what that's like. And so I came home a couple of days later with was it a dozen roses.
She thought about me, y'all. She give a damn. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I give a damn.
Chicago KB said love languages. Yep, just like you said. And Vanessa said, I fell asleep watching y'all during the storm. And now waking up to y'all is crazy. But hey, what's up, girl? What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, I try to cater to those love languages. I love gifting, so that's not an issue. Like if we have extra money, like I'm gonna get what I can for you. And you know, I always make sure we gotta go out somewhere.
Yeah.
Because she be depriving me during the week because she got to work all the time.
Not on purpose.
So we don't get to spend much time together during the week. It's like in the mornings, but then sometimes I have to work.
Yeah.
And then you have to leave. And then when you get home, it's late or we might have practice or whatever. So
soon, hopefully one day, if this, you know, social media and stuff and podcast kick off, we'll have more time together.
Oh, period. So y'all support the pod so we can have more time together. That's a very selfish statement on my behalf because and I really don't want you to work. I would prefer that you not work, but you got to work right now. We not in that space yet, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah. But back to the conversation about red flags. Other red flags that, you know, kind of threw me off is like this one guy was very very secretive. And it threw me off because like some things I didn't want to know because he was doing some illegal stuff. But other things I'm just like, well, why can't I know that? Like, what are you hiding? Yeah. So then also with that came with the lies and stuff. And like, you know, if you tell one lie, you have to tell another lie to cover up that lie. Yeah. And I was just like tired of being Inspector Gadget. Together. Yeah. Not Inspector Gadget. Who did you say last time? You said Detective Kim. I don't know. Detective Beautiful. I don't know. Either way, it just got to be too much. Yeah. And I was just like tired, like, I'm over it. Or like being the only one that is willing to try in a relationship. So like when I broke up with my ex after he cheated on me, had a whole baby on me and stuff like that, and I still stayed because like I was in love with him. I wanted to work on our relationship. Also, like at the time I wanted to have a baby. Before the girl had her baby, he made me get rid of mine. So I'm like, well, if she got to keep hers, like, can we get back to a place where I can, you know, we could try again and I keep mine, type of thing. But I just got tired of being the only one that was trying to work on the relationship. And so that's another reason why I was like, okay, yeah.
Deuces. You just got to, I think that's a lot of what ends relationships is people just get to their breaking point and they just like, you know what?
Yeah. And the thing, the hard part of breaking up with this guy is I was friends and I was cool with his cousin who he is so close to. They call each other brother and sister. And so every time she would invite me out, guess who would be up there? He would. And it would almost be like, I felt like I was being set up every single time. Like we would get together and break up, get together, break up. And the only reason why we would get back together is because we would be in each other's presence again. And we'd be in each other's presence again by way of her inviting me out to hang out with her.
Right.
And his ass would be there. So, yeah.
So it was just,
I had to tell her like, hey, if you, like, I love hanging out with you. You're my girl. But if we're going to hang out, can it be us hanging out? Like, don't invite me if he's going to come along because I don't want to be around him anymore.
And that's only fair. That's only fair for you.
And she understood that.
Right.
It got to a point where I had to start deleting her off my social media because I couldn't stand to see his face. Like, yeah. But now I can see his face and just be like, oh, I know what kind of nigga you are. Like, it's so annoying type of thing.
Okay. Yes. All right. Moving around in the same subject. Sorry, y'all. My phone closed. Okay. Deal breakers. So have we ever defined deal breakers in our relationship?
I don't think so.
Should we do that right now?
I don't know. I don't know if I mean, because I might be,
No, you definitely have a deal breaker. You definitely have. I mean, yes, there's something that I could do that you would be like, you know what? Nah, we can't be together no more. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is
and
either.
I wouldn't ever do anything like that.
That's why I'm like, I don't know what it would be.
Well, clearly, let me just throw mine out there. Mine is addiction. That's a deal breaker for me. I can't even say, and this is being 100% real, I can't even say that cheating is a deal breaker for me. Especially having gone through someone who cheated on me and then, like, despite everything that was happening, chose to stay together. Like, I can't say that that's a deal breaker for me, but addiction is, because it creates so many problems and so many issues. And you're no longer speaking to the person that you met. You're speaking to the addiction, and that addiction ain't trying to hear shit. So that's a deal breaker for me. Like, if you ever, which I know you're not, but if it ever came to that, that would be my deal breaker.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a huge deal breaker because I've dealt with some shit.
We both have.
I've dealt with some shit. Like, I dealt with some shit. So I can't call those or say that those are my deal breakers because I tolerated it at some point.
Well, I mean, I did too with the addiction piece. Like, I even said to her, like, my deal breaker is addiction. And I didn't stick to my guns, and I should have, because it probably would have saved me some years. But then on the flip side, we might not have been ready for each other. If I would have been like single and then got into a different relationship, like, everything might have been different. So, I mean, I guess I'm semi grateful for it, but at the same time, I wouldn't ever want to go through that again. Like, I'm not going through that again. It's not happening. You just dropped your phone. Oh
no, my phone is
okay. Your phone is up there. Sorry,
right there.
My bad. So yeah, that's my deal breaker. If you just had to pick one, like, even if it's like outside of the one that I'm telling you, what is yours?
It's so hard.
Yes.
I mean, I think it would come to the physical appearance because I'm also shallow.
Yes, you have been vocal about that, and that's
but
okay.
I also require some things deeper as well. It's just that the outward appearance is very important to me. So like, if you got booty, dick, or fingers, and I say that and my nails not even done, but like bad fingers, bad hygiene.
Hey, wait, what'd you call them again?
You know what I said. I said what I said. Okay.
Booty, dick, or fingers?
Yes.
Oh my God, bro.
You have to have good hygiene.
Yeah.
You have to have nice teeth.
Yeah.
And you have to like keep yourself up. Like, and obviously if you have like like decent hygiene and good teeth, you're probably gonna be, you know, whatever. Yeah. You know, I was talking about hygiene with some of my coworkers at work, and one grown ass man, like 6 foot something maybe.
He don't wash his ass.
He doesn't put on deodorant.
Oh my God. And wait. Is it a cultural thing? Because then I'll be like, okay, I get it.
He did not say it was a cultural thing. He just said, like, I just, you know, some deodorants makes me smell worse, which I do get that because I've experienced some deodorants not doing a goddamn thing for me. Yeah. So as a man, I can see why. And then like if he does get deodorant, it's unscented or whatever, and he keeps it with him. So like if he does ever smell bad, he'll put it on. Like if somebody tells him like he smells bad, but typically on a day to day, he doesn't. He doesn't wear it. He'll just shower right away, like after like a gym session or work, whatever like that. But he doesn't.
Or maybe it's for a medical reason. Does he ever
say
smell
anything? He's never smelled to me.
Okay.
He's never smelled to me.
Let me acknowledge some people on TikTok. So I see some good points on here. Nadia Baby said, "What's wrong?" Let me see. Oh, sorry. Let me see. I'm sorry, I think it was Nadia said something to the effect of, so cheating isn't a deal breaker.
She said you're strong.
You're strong to say cheating isn't a deal breaker. I think she also said, so you're saying cheating isn't a deal breaker. So there's more to the story that I won't get into as to why I say that. But no, in that situation, it wasn't. In this situation, I don't even think it's a question because we've talked about this at to an extent to if you felt like you needed, you know, something that I can't provide with you in that department, that we would talk about it and then make a decision. And so it's not like, you know, if she needed that, she has a space to say, look, I need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what can you do? MJ said, hold on, let me see. MJ, let me see. Okay, now when y'all say cheating may not be a deal breaker, does it matter if it's emotional or physical? That's a good question.
I'm not answering this question because I didn't say cheating wasn't. Well, I did kind of say cheating.
Yeah. I'll put it like this. I can deal with physical cheating over emotional cheating a lot better. So that for her, supposedly in my last relationship, I did get cheated on. So supposedly it was a physical thing and that I wasn't providing her with the physicality that she needed, you know, in the sexual department. And so she went out and got it from somebody else. Maybe I'm stupid, but I understood. I mean, I get it. I got it, you know? And I think the part that was most disappointing was that, she felt like she couldn't. Well, no, she did come to me and say stuff. I'm not gonna lie. She came to me and said, I need this, I need that. I just wasn't in a space to give that to her because of the fact that we were into it so much, and I'm so like mental when it comes to being intimate that I didn't have a desire to be intimate with her. I didn't. And so that should have been a red, like a signal, like, hey, you need to move around.
Yeah.
So, do you have a deal breaker? You didn't figure out one yet? Just the physical aspect?
I mean, that will be taken care of before we even got in a relationship.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Yeah.
Terrible right now.
I see. What's up, Catherine Hall from Edmond? You see outside said, this is literally me. If my mental isn't with you, then you got to go. Yeah. And I think that's why it should have been like that for me. Like my mental was not there to like want to be with you, with her intimately. And I should have just had the courage to be like, you know, we can't do this anymore. And that's on me.
I have one. Okay. Lack of ambition. Like you don't
deal breaker. You came up with one. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
You don't want to be better.
Okay.
You don't want to do better.
Okay.
And especially when I was dating men, like I needed you to be the breadwinner. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. I wanted an alpha male. Mm-hmm. And if you weren't trying to go get it, then I wasn't trying to sit there and wait for it.
Do you hold that same standard for females? I'm not even just talking about me. I'm talking about if you were dating anybody else but me. Do you hold that same standard for females?
I would say so, yes, because I like a more masculine female.
Yeah.
And so I sometimes put those typical masculine traits
Onto a
female as well. Maybe that's unhealthy.
Yeah.
But it's worked for me thus far.
Yeah.
And I'm not going nowhere. You going somewhere?
No.
You got somewhere to be?
No.
All right. Period.
Not at all. I'm good. Because, I already told you, if I move around,
that's it.
It's it.
That's it.
That is it. It's going to be me, Mars, and somebody else.
And somebody else who?
Somebody else's dog.
Oh.
Somebody else, another dog. Okay. So we're talking about the blueprint, breakup blueprint, how we got out of or what was like the final straw to getting out of other relationships and kind of what led up to that. And so while I was in my previous relationship, I did do like a lot of self-reflecting because she would tell me a lot of things that would bother her that I did, but I couldn't see it. I'm like, this is just like, this is who I am. Like, deal with it. Right. And that's not the correct way to deal with that. For me, I think the correct way to deal with it, or a better way to deal with it, would have been to like, to try and compromise. So she would say things like, I want you to go out and party with me. I want you to drink with me. I could have had a drink, but I was so strong in my belief that I just didn't want to. But should I have just had like a sip or a little drink to like appease her? Probably so.
I mean, I don't think that you should compromise your beliefs just because somebody wants you to I don't think you should fall for that.
No.
So I'm glad that you didn't.
Yeah.
She should have understood that the fact that I'm here with you right now is me being out of my comfort zone. Why do we have to take a step further?
Yeah.
And you forced me to drink.
Okay. I mean, that's true. I just felt like maybe I could.
I say that, but every time I get a new cocktail that I want her to try, I would like for her to take a sip because I want her to be excited about.
And that's what the point, and that was her point of view. So I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, it makes you happy. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
But I don't do that to you too often.
No, you don't. Coco said, no, why do something that you don't want to do? Well, so, and that's the thing, Coco, like, that's part of compromise. And we talk about it all the time. Like, you have to do some things that you don't want to do. Like, I don't want to take out the trash.
But I'm not touching it.
But she's not. And we discussed that at the very beginning of our relationship, that I take out the trash and she put the trash bags in. And so we're locked into that. And though I don't want to do it, I got to do it. Right. And so the alcohol piece is a little bit, I don't know, it's different because I have some alcoholism in my family and I don't drink. And that's the main reason I don't drink.
I thought too, like one of the reasons why you weren't trying to drink around her is because you were encouraging her to not drink.
Yes.
Because of her addiction. Yes. So you were being supportive in that way. That was really more of like the point that I was going to try to make with that. I see. Okay, and Coco said she was speaking more so of alcohol. Okay, yes, absolutely. Because that's a little bit of a different situation. Anything else, I feel like I tried to compromise, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of times I wouldn't. And I think I wouldn't because I didn't really respect the space that we were in. And we were in a bad space and I was like, yeah, why? So somebody said, damn, I should stop drinking. Possibly. She said, because your skin is flawless.
Oh, thanks. It's the lighting, y'all. Don't worry about it.
No, it's flawless. It's not just the light.
Nah, it's just the lighting. Thank you, DK. We appreciate that. We hear that a lot, but we love it. Thank you. Okay, so back to what I was saying about self-reflection. I do feel like I could have, even though I talked about the alcohol, I do feel like I could have compromised in some other ways, and I wasn't willing to do that because I didn't respect the space we were in. I didn't feel a need to compromise because I didn't feel compromised with. And so in this relationship, I really do try to compromise with you, like, a lot. like more so than any other relationship, because I feel the same thing coming from you more often than not. And I don't want to lose what we have in a safe space. And I don't want to lose what we have in like how we have fun with each other and how we interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of that is like us both compromising.
Yeah.
So did you have any self-reflection points that you do now, or anything you could have done better, or that could have saved those relationships maybe?
A lot more on the compromising part. Like back then I was just coming into my own, and like hearing people say like, if this is what you want, you got to stick to it. And if somebody is not willing to, abide by that, then pretty much fuck them. And I think that is not the way to be.
Okay.
So to speak. Like,
okay,
you can't always get what you want. You can't
always get what you want. Okay.
And so I was really on that train. Like, hey, if you can't give me what I want, I don't want you, type of thing. And so the self-reflection came in when I was like, okay, so like, I require all these things. Am I willing to give that to somebody else? And
wait. Say that again. That's profound. Say it again.
I require all of these things, but am I willing to give what I require
to someone else? Are you? Were you? Because I feel like you are now.
I am now, and I'm talking about in all areas. Back then, it was like, yeah, but I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this. I was like picking and choosing.
Okay.
In ways that I wanted to give back to somebody.
Okay.
But in this relationship, is different, because like you even told me too, like, so okay, on some things I'm gonna put my foot down.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I don't think either one of us should be pushovers,
Right.
but in general, we should abide by the rule of compromise.
Yeah. And it was so attractive, y'all.
Oh,
she told me,
you have never told me that.
When she told me I can't always get what I want.
Oh, you like that? Y'all,
I mean,
boy.
I liked it, but I didn't like it. It was just like,
Yes.
like, you know, like sometimes when somebody puts you on your place, you're like, I like that. Like,
okay.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. Me, her, she, won. What reflection do you think someone should take on if they should continue a relationship? What quits? Can you ask the question again? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I want to answer it. We want to answer it for sure. If you're still with us, me, her, she, won, please ask us the question again. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we don't really have anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, you cannot require what you can't give, and I struggle with that so bad. Yes, you cannot. If you cannot give something to somebody else, it is 100% not fair for you to require them to give it to you.
Right.
It is a two-way street.
It's like that conversation, like, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah. Like, what are we here for?
Yeah.
If you don't bring something to make my life better or make my life more efficient or some sort of like support, then what are we here for? Like, what are we here for?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And that conversation is very popular these days, especially on these like heterosexual podcasts.
Yeah.
The conversations. I don't even want to get into that.
Oh, it's a topic for another time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our last little subtopic here is a support system. So my support system was my best friend, and I should have a Breakup Blueprint, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the blueprints to know whether or not I feel like you should break up, or maybe you're headed down the direction, is if your friends say something to you. Like, it's not that Laren was like, hey, break up. Y'all need to break up. It was more so like, all right. And if such and such and such and such happen, I'm a ride. Like, I'm gonna have to do X, Y, Z. It was like she liked it because I loved it, because she was being supportive. But I could tell by her answers that she was like, stop being an idiot. Why are you still with this person?
Yeah, why are you still dealing with this?
Yeah. So sometimes you got to read between the lines, and like, your friends most of the time they know best, right? They know you, they know what you could bring to the table, they know what you're capable of giving. And so when they hear that you're struggling in a relationship, or you're struggling to deal with someone in a relationship, or they hear that that person you're in a relationship with is struggling with addiction, they want better for you, right? And so listening to them, I think, is huge. I don't think your friends will knowingly steer you wrong, especially if they know the situation, because sometimes you're in the situation and you're literally blinded by the light. You know that song?
Yes, I know
Okay.
that song. She's so disrespectful, bro.
And you're literally blinded by like everything that's going on. You just know that you want to stay with that person and you want it to work. And that's all you're focused on. Support system.
So I feel like my support systems kind of came from my sisters. Like I said I mentioned in our live last night, like I heavily look upon my sisters and their reaction to whoever I'm dating to determine whether I should move forward with this person or not. Now, granted, it's just a small part of what I look at in terms of whether I want to be with somebody or not, because what my mom always said that she admired about me, and one of my sisters did too. It's like, if I don't agree with something, or I'm not getting what I need in a relationship, I'm quick to leave. Like, I don't stick around.
I wish I was like that.
I don't stick around too much longer. Like the one time, and the only time I stuck around for a very long time was with the guy who cheated on me, who I was going to have a baby with. But other than that, like, if it's something, I think it was after that relationship that I really like put my foot down on things that I was going to accept in a relationship and things that I wasn't going to accept in a relationship.
Okay.
And that's one of the things my mom said that she really admired about me, is like, if you don't like it, you're not sticking around, you moving on to the next thing and not wasting your time. Part of that is like, I had a roster too, like, and not a roster like I'm talking to team. I'm talking like
the basketball team.
Several, like I'm talking to several different people at one time. It's just that, you know, when one person wasn't working out, the next person was in line to give it a try. And I say give it a try like I'm a fucking ride, but. But you know what I mean, right? Yes. So like, I was ready to try and give this guy a chance because I was just, you know, I was always ready to move on. I always had somebody else. So like I mentioned last night, I was always in some type of relationship or situation. It wasn't until when I was starting to date, when I was starting, my phone died. I knew it was gonna die, so I was looking for a charger.
Oh, okay.
When when I started dating you, that I really wanted to just date. I really just wanted to date, and then it turned out the opposite way. I ended up dating one person, which is funny because I was planning on actually entering my real dating phase, and I never got a chance to do that. Yeah.
Good. Good. You didn't get a chance to do that.
Yeah.
That's really all I got.
I mean, but wait, let's go back.
Okay, let's go back.
So what do you think?
Keep going, because this ain't gonna work. Hold on, I gotta close the window, y'all. My bad. Close the window.
My question is, what do you think makes someone a good support system? Like, what do you require them to be? Like, for married couples, do you require your other friends that you receive advice from to be married? Do you want advice from your single friends? Like, I know a lot of married couples or people who've been in relationships for a while don't really want the advice and the criticism from friends that are not in the same situations. Like if they're single, they don't want, you know, advice from a single person if they're not married, you know?
What's the beginning of your question or the end?
What constitutes as a good support system?
I think anybody who has your best interest in mind. So like people may not want to hear like the bad from their friends, but as a friend, you need to be giving up the bad, just like you giving up the good. Like if you see me in a situation, which I mean, and my best friend did, if you see me in a situation and you see the situation is jacked up, you need to tell me like, you need to get out of that situation. Like it's not good. But you know, she did it in a way that was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna ride with it as long as you okay with it, but really think about it. You know, it was kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, once again, a good support system is anybody that is amongst your friends that has your best interest at heart.
So what happens when I'm coming? I don't want to say that. You're trying to be the good support system for your friend, right?
Okay.
But it comes to, because it gets to a point where it's too much on you. Like for instance, in my past, like my friends
Key Williams, we didn't see it. Tell us again. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
In my past, like I've had this one friend who was like hung up over this guy, and she kept coming to me for advice, and I would just be like, what do you want? Like I would try to like guide her into figuring out the things that she wanted and needed in a relationship and what she was going to deal with. And we would come to the conclusion like, hey, like, yeah, this ain't what I want. Like I want better for myself. I deserve better, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
But then you turn around and they're still with the person, and then continues to come and complain and vent to you. It's like, at me personally, when that would happen, I had to tell my friend, like, look, like I can't give you advice anymore on this subject, because now it's starting to take a toll on me. I am my mental, and I guess I'm an empath.
Yeah.
And so whatever she was feeling, and when she would come,
you take it in.
I would take it in as well. And it's like I was in a relationship, and I couldn't focus on me and what I had going on, because I'm feeling what you got going on in your relationship, because I'm giving you advice. You have all the things there laid out in front of you as to why this person may not be good for you, or even vice versa. And you agree, but then you stay and you continue to come to me and complain about it. I can't. I can't. So does that make me a bad friend, or not a good candidate for a support system, because I can't take on that?
No. Yeah, Williams said, I was just saying, I agree with you. Your true friends will always, they know. Yeah, they definitely know for real. Like they know if you are good in that relationship or if you need to be getting the hell out. And they try and tell you in a roundabout way. And I appreciate that. But I think some people need to be hit over the head with it. And I was one of those people that need to be hit over the head with it. Like, what are you doing? Get your ass out of the relationship. It's doing nothing for you. That was me, right? Like, that was me. Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
Are you saying that because we're at an hour and 4 minutes?
No, I'm saying that because that's literally all we had written down. The last thing was support system.
Support system. Okay, so then let's leave them like, should we leave them with like a question to think about, or like how to?
We can take some questions from TikTok.
No, I'm not saying take any questions from TikTok,
okay.
which is great. What's that?
Okay, come on, Galaxy. Who just sent that? Who sent that, Galaxy? Waverly, man, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I don't want to leave you with more of a question, just more something that like to think about. Like, so when you have in your relationships or situationships, when you're trying to determine whether this is a blueprint for a breakup, make sure that you weigh the pros and cons of the entire relationship.
Yeah.
You can even talk about these pros and cons with your support systems.
Yep.
And then make a decision from there. Like, don't take what we're saying and what our experience is, how we dealt with things, as concrete, because we are not professionals. We
at all, not even close.
We are not professionals.
You're closer than I am with the psych degree. But yeah, no,
we're not professionals. But these things that we experienced worked for us, and it brought us to where we are today.
Yeah.
But it is not. Our blueprint is not your blueprint. Discover what your blueprint looks like.
Right.
And you can have help with that from your support system, because, I mean, they with you. Like, they're going to be with you before the relationship, during the relationship, and after the relationship.
For sure.
So those relationships are very important to to have and to foster and to take into consideration.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I think I would leave everybody with don't go back on your non-negotiables. Like if you set that for yourself ahead of time and those things start to happen in your relationship, even if you're 8 years in like I was, you got to cut it off. Like just be brave and
cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
You got to cut that off. You got to be brave enough to brave enough to cut it off.
And that's the part. Be brave.
And I wasn't brave enough in my last relationship to cut it off. I was not, and I admit that. Damn, I wish I was, because it would be. I say I wish I was, but I don't know, because we're here. Like I feel like the timing worked.
Yeah.
Right. The timing worked.
You go through what you grow through.
Yeah.
Or you grow through what you go through.
What she said.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get off the podcast, but we can stay on the live. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Yes.
We're going to see y'all in 2 weeks. Today's Memorial Day. Go out and grill. Have a good time.
Yep.
Back to work tomorrow.
No, I don't want to go.
All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.
She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset. Blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my